Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker. Scott has been a member of OC Toasters for 2 years, and yet he still gets the jitters and procrastinates putting together his speeches. But alas, pressure brings inspiration. And Scott was inspired last night. So this is not a red light speech. He didn't write it at the red light. He was inspired. He was inspired last night as he scrambled to determine what to talk about today. Discovering the entertainer speaker's first speech is to be loosely organized and relating a personal experience. The light bulb went off. We can all relate to the personal experience of preparing a speech. And so, through a late night of sweat, tears, and energy drinks, I present to you Scot and The Battle Within.
How'd you have that deep insight into my preparation? It's incredible. Just coming here and meeting me. Well, thank you. So, all this time, getting ready to be a speaker, and it's still inside, the adrenaline's going. I know I get all churned up inside. I know that I can look around and see all of you guys. It's so smooth, so calm. Where's Quinn? Look at that. Not even a worry in the world. Diane, she's just blowing me off because she's speaking and she's there. But I think back to when our club was founded a couple of years ago now. Clement Pepe was the man that kind of got things going for our club. And I talked with him. I wanted to soak up all the words of wisdom that he had. And he had several of them. I actually remember a couple of them. One was prepare your speech well in advance. So you have lots of time to practice it, to refine it, and memorize it. So that's internal and part of you. I'm going to do that one of these days. Second thing you told me was before you stand up to speak, take 3 deep breaths. I forgot to do that, so hold on just 1 second. Wow. That feels so good. And then repeat one more time. Now the thing that I love about the 3 deep breath thing is that 1, it's really easy. I know how to breathe. I think most of you do. You're still alive. Number 2 is that it doesn't take much preparation, which is really an inspiring thing for procrastinators. And number 3, did I mention there was 3 breaths that you take? Anyhow, he had a lot of other good words of inspiration, but we'll save that for another speech. This speech is about me. So about my preparation into the battle, because we are all going into the toaster wars, and I'm a veteran. So when preparing for the toaster wars, you gotta really think about what is it that you're going in battle against. Now a lot of times think that the battle is against the people that you're facing. Well, that would be your audience. And I've been told that you should think of your audience as being naked. That makes it easier. No, I don't know. Some of you, I'm looking around. Now there might be some exceptions to this, but I think that will just disturb you. So I don't recommend that. And actually, the audience is really part of your team. The real enemy is the enemy within. It's your inner demons. They're haunting me. They're taunting me. They're saying, you're going to mess up. You're going to forget your lines. You're going to freeze. They're going to laugh at you. Actually, that wouldn't be so bad. This is an entertaining speech, so feel free to laugh. It's okay. But how do you defeat the enemy within? It's through preparation. That was that first thing that Clement mentioned. I've still got to work on that. I'm being transparent with you. We're bonding here. This is all part of working together. We're getting through it. But with those battle preparations, first thing you got to do is prepare your speech. You've got to put together an outline. But to put together an outline, you really got to have a purpose. So think about what is your purpose. And I know what some of you are thinking. I do, because I've been there. Purpose is to get through 5 minutes. That's not it. The purpose is to convey your message. What is your point? What is the message that you want to just sear into the audience that you've got captured? They're yours for that 5 to 7 minutes. Then you got to think of the 3 points that are going to emphasize that. That's what gets you through the 5 minutes. And then the conclusion, to wrap it up, to leave them branded with your message. Now in doing that, putting together that outline, you've got it all together. Some of us are more inspired than others at midnight. Others like to do it more in advance. Then you got to prepare as you're coming here. Now those of us, I just want to see a raise of hands, who considers themselves to be professional procrastinators? Thank you very much. Because I've seen all of you on the freeway, because you're still doing your preparation. Cars swerving, hands are wailing, lips are flapping, because you're going through that last preparation of the speech. I know, I've been there, I've been there. Actually, the police told me that wasn't a wise thing to do. I told them I wasn't on my Bluetooth, I wasn't talking on my phone, and I was preparing my speech. It's legal. So you can do it. And then you pull in the parking lot, you take your 3 deep breaths. I think lots of deep breaths is good. And you prepare, coming in here. You enter through the double doors out there. You're feeling good. You strut down that hallway. It's like the hallway of victory. You're coming into the arena. Your chest puffed up as you come through that door. And you are feeling cool because you know no one can see the sweat pooling inside your undergarments because you have outer garments on. And I always recommend good, loose-fitting outer garments when you're speaking. In your face, just like Dan and Quinn's, steely, cool, smooth, just like Dirty Harry Quinn. Eastwood? Clint Eastwood? That's you. Your eyes are just saying, good.
Make my day.
That's right. I know it. I've seen it. But you guys, you're veterans of the Toaster Wars also. And so you know, you've defeated the enemy. Because the enemy was not the people out here, they're on your team. The enemy was within. And the more that you come here each week and go through that whole process, the easier it becomes. The jitters subside, the anxiety subsides. It's still going to be there a little bit. That's part of the fight or flight syndrome. Get you going. But you get used to it. And then the next time when you're at a board meeting, they call you to stand to go, hey, I've done tabletops. This is no problem. The next time someone doesn't show up for a presentation, they say, will anybody, do the invitation? Will anybody do a opening statement for you? Your hand, without even thinking, goes up because you've done it so many times before. Every Monday morning, bright and early, 7 a.m. When you say, I can't get up for 7 a.m. You did anyway. You came here, you went through it. And you go, I am a veteran of the Toaster Wars. I can speak. And I'm proud of you for being here. And thank you for this time. General evaluator, actually.
Yes.
You introduce the next.
Oh, that's right. I do? Sorry. I should have done that.
That's okay. Point of order, I cannot release this podium until
There we go, there we go. Okay, so Julie Wright, General Evaluator, introducing the evaluators. So for our second speaker today, we have Dan Martin, and he will be introducing Quinn.
Thank you.